Assalamu alaikum. My name is Irfan Minas. Today my presentation topic is Restoration period. As my group members Afia Sayyed and Asma Bibi discussed about the Restoration introduction and poetry, I am going to discuss about the prose of Restoration age. The Restoration marks the modern prose. Most of the people like simple and straightforward prose style. The various factors contributed to the evolution of modern prose during the Restoration period. John Dryden was one of the greatest prose writers of this period. His prophecies and his famous essay on dramatic poetry make him the leader of that modern prose, in which the style is plain, simple, and free from all exaggerations. Next to Dryden, John Bunyan. John Bunyan was the greatest prose writer of the period. He wrote two prose allegories, Grace Abounding and The Pilgrim's Progress. He is called a pioneer of English novel. His style is simple, clear, biblical, and colloquial. Other writers of this period were Lord Halifax, Sir William Temple, Thomas Seppert, and George Savelli. After that, we have the Restoration in drama. The theatre, which were closed in 1942, opened during the Restoration period. They became a righteous hunt of the upper classes. Plays and performances in the period following the restoration of Charles II, when the theatre reopened. The drama reflected the laxity of court morals through the broad satire, farce, wit, and bawdy comedies. Distinguished playwrights included Dryden and the Congreve. During the Restoration period, about 175 pre-Commonwealth plays were revived, and among plays acted frequently over the years, about half date from before 1660. Its main features were the reopening of the theatres after the Puritan interregnum and the formation of new acting companies and the first appearance of women on the English stage. As some critics says that the people bring the live sceneries, flying actors, burning fires, and women on the stage. The people just glorify the stage. They do nothing with the drama. After we have the Restoration heroic tragedy. The Restoration tragedy is also known as the heroic tragedy. John Dryden was the protagonist and the writer of heroic tragedy. His famous tragedy are Tyrannic Love and Conquest of Garanida. After the Restoration drama, we have Restoration comedy of manners. The Restoration comedy is also known as the comedy of manners. Fashionable intrigues, sex, marriage, and adultery were treated with the worldly wit and absence of comedy of life. William Congreve. William Congreve was the first and the finest writer of the comedy of manners. His famous comedies were The Double-Decker, Love for Love, and The Way of the World. Next we have the George Parker. William Wycherley and Wambrough were the comedy writers of the age. At the end, we have conclusion of the Restoration periods. The style of French writers were copied. The two important writers emerged, which was John Dryden and John Bunyan. Drama, poetry, and prose were restored. Rise of neoclassicism, correctness, and appropriateness became in the literature. That was all about my presentation. Thank you so much for watching my video.